The new tax bill just introduced write-offs that could save you tens of thousands of dollars, or some people even millions. But here's the problem. Most people will still overpay taxes in 2026, not because they don't qualify, but because they don't know that these tax deductions exist. In fact, 90% of taxpayers will overpay taxes in 2026 simply because they miss deductions that they already qualify for. And as a licensed CPA who does tax plans every single day, I can tell you that this is happening right now. So today, I'm going to walk you through the 7 most valuable tax write-offs in 2026, and number 5 alone could save you over $30,000 in taxes this year. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Tax-Free Living. I'm your host, Carter Cofield, nationally recognized CPA, and in the last 5 years, we've helped our clients save over $25 million in taxes. And today I am here to help you. So today we're going to be talking about the new tax bill and all the amazing deductions that come with it. Now, we're going to start with the easier deductions that almost everybody can benefit from. Then we'll level up into the strategies that are for business owners and investors that will allow them to dramatically reduce their tax bill. Because remember, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. So number 1, the increase to the standard deduction. Again, we're going to start with something that every American taxpayer can benefit from, which is the standard deduction. Now, in 2026, the standard deduction has increased. So for single filers, the standard deduction is $16,100. For head of household, it's a little over $24,000. And for married couples, it's a little over $32,000. So what does this actually mean, though? It means if you earned $100,000 and you filed single, you automatically subtract $16,000 from your income, which means you're now taxed on $84,000 instead of $100,000. And if you're married, the deduction doubles. So now you're only taxed on $68,000. So get this, the larger the deduction, the lower your taxable income. The lower your taxable income, the lower your tax bill. So for someone in the highest tax bracket, a $30,000 tax deduction could save them over $11,000 in taxes. That's major. And for my seniors out there over 65, you get even more. You get an additional $2,000 to $3,000 plus a $6,000 bonus deduction depending on your income level. And guys, these are automatic. You don't have to do anything to get these, but you want to make sure that your tax preparer or your CPA knows and plans for these deductions so you don't have to give more money to the IRS. Now, let's step it up a bit. Number 2, the increase to the SALT cap deduction. So the SALT cap deduction used to be $10,000, but in 2026, it is up to $40,000. And this is major for high income earners in high tax states. So what does the SALT deduction actually stand for? It stands for state and local taxes. And under the new rule, you can deduct up to $40,000 of state income tax, city or county tax, property tax, vehicle property tax, and even certain sales tax, only if your income is under $500,000. If your income is over $500,000, you start to phase out from this deduction. So if you live in a high tax state and you're not analyzing this, you're probably leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table. So let's not do that in 2026. Now, let's move on to something a little more strategic. Number 3, and one of my favorite, retirement plan contributions. And this deduction has massive potential. Here's what most people don't realize. The more you invest, the less you pay the IRS. Let me break this concept down. You see, depending on your income level, you can invest $7,500 in a traditional or a Roth IRA. You can invest another $72,000 in a traditional 401k, and then you can invest an additional $290,000 plus in a defined benefit or a cash value plan per person. This means if you have a spouse, these limits double. So not only that, but you can even hire your children into your business and they can start benefiting from some of these accounts as well. What do I mean? If you're a business owner and you hire your children into your business and you pay them up to $16,100, guess what? Because they also get the standard deduction, that $16,100 for them won't be taxable. And now that they have earned income, they can set up a Roth custodial IRA, which will let them invest up to $7,500 of that money that wasn't taxed into an account that will never be taxed in the future. So you see how these tax strategies can combine to give you and your family massive tax savings in 2026? This is what I want you to know, and this is what I want you to understand. Now, there are limitations to these deductions, but when you're structured properly, these plans can create six figures in tax deductions, and that's before we even talk about any of the other major business write-offs, which brings us to number 4, which is the 20% QBI deduction. Now, this one is saving business owners billions of dollars. The qualified business income deduction allows business owners and 1099 contractors to write off 20% of their qualifying income on their taxes. Let me give you an example. If you have $200,000 of qualifying income in your business, you instantly can get a $40,000 deduction for the QBI. And for someone in the highest tax bracket, this $40,000 deduction could lead to nearly $15,000 in tax savings. And again, this QBI deduction, it applies to freelancers, it applies to independent contractors, it applies to small business owners, and it applies to active 1099 earners. Now, not every business qualifies for this QBI deduction. C Corps do not qualify, and certain businesses with higher income will be phased out of this deduction, like service-based businesses, accounting firms, lawyers, doctors. However, this is where strategy can become powerful because some business owners are restructuring how they work specifically to optimize for the QBI deduction so they won't be phased out when they reach these higher income limits. This is what we call strategic tax planning. And if your CPA is not doing this for you, you need to find a new CPA. Now, let's talk about the one that's getting everybody excited in 2026, which is the new vehicle tax deductions. Now, these are huge. There are two major angles when it comes to these vehicle deductions. Number one, the car loan interest deduction. You can deduct up to $10,000 of interest on qualifying personal vehicles if they were assembled in the United States. Now, the reason this is major is because normally W-2 employees can't write off vehicles, especially not personal vehicles. But with this enhancement to the tax bill, everyday W-2 employees will be to write off up to $10,000 of interest on their personal vehicle if their vehicle was assembled in the United States. But here is the bigger opportunity, if you ask me, which is part 2, and that is the return of 100% bonus depreciation for business owners only. So if you're a business owner and you have a vehicle that you use 50% or more in your business, you may qualify to expense 100% of the cost of this vehicle in year 1. Let me show you what this actually means. Let's say you bought a $75,000 truck for work that weighs over 6,000 pounds. And let's say you also have $10,000 in actual vehicle expenses on this vehicle throughout the year. That means you have $85,000 of potential deductions in year 1. And for someone in the highest tax bracket, that could mean over $31,000 in tax savings this year. Now, hear me clearly. Usage and documentation does matter. So make sure your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, and you can enjoy some tax-free vehicles in 2026. Now, moving on to one of the most powerful changes in the tax code, and this one goes beyond vehicles. Number 6, 100% expensing of equipment or machinery. Under the new law, you can deduct deduct up to 100% of qualifying business equipment in the first year. So instead of spreading it over 5 years, 7 years, and 15 years, you can write off these pieces of equipment 100% in year one. This includes computers, cell phones, software, tools, furniture, machinery. I have clients that are upgrading their entire operations, upgrading their entire offices just due to this new enhancement in the tax bill. What these upgrades are doing, they're offsetting most or all of their taxable income in the process. This is the government encouraging reinvestment in your business, and I strongly encourage you to take advantage of it. Now let's move on to number 7, and this is where true wealth is built. Number 7, real estate depreciation. And this is where the wealthy win big, and you can too. You see, the wealthy don't just buy real estate for the cash flow, they buy real estate for the amazing tax benefits associated with it. You see, when you buy real estate, not only can you write off the property, but you can also write off certain improvements like appliances, flooring, furniture, and you can now write off 100% of these enhancements, and they can be depreciated in year one. So let's go through an example. Let's say you buy a $400,000 investment property. If you do a cost seg study on this property, you might be able to depreciate up to 30% of the value of the property in year one. That's a potential $120,000 paper loss, which can be offset against your other income, including your W-2 income. Now you need to follow certain rules to be able to do this, but think about it. You can buy a property, get cash flow from this property, and get a 6-figure tax deduction that can be written off against your W-2 income. This is how the wealthy not just make more money, but this is how the wealthy keep more money. We are seeing clients dramatically reduce their tax bill substantially using this one strategy. And this is why real estate is one of the most, if not the most, powerful tax vehicles in the entire tax code. Now, again, here's the truth. Most people will miss these deductions not because they don't qualify. They'll miss these deductions because their CPA only files and doesn't plan for them. They'll miss these deductions because they only meet with their tax professional in April. And most people will miss these deductions because they don't even understand what questions to ask their tax professional. And this is why finding the right CPA is so important. And this is why tax planning is so important, because tax planning is proactive. Tax filing is reactive, and not knowing this difference can cost you tens of thousands of dollars per year. So if your CPA is not walking you through these strategies throughout the year, you don't have a tax strategist, you have a historian. And at our firm, we focus on minimizing our clients' taxes with proactive tax planning. So if you're serious about reducing your tax bill in 2026, click the link in the show notes to book a call with our team so you can learn how we can help you not just make more money in 2026, but how we can help you keep more money in 2026. Because it's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that subscribe button, and please stay tuned for more episodes just like this. We're dropping a video every single week giving you the best strategies on how to win the tax game in 2026. See you next time.